Dude, you guys have been going viral with these fearless debates. I know you guys have, you guys have gotten a little criticism from the left, or a lot of criticism for the left, for going on these campuses, but you got a lot of positive attention too. So can you tell us kind of, what's been going on?
Yeah, and hey, I appreciate the warm up for tomorrow. We never actually get the chance to debate Israel when we do
Yeah.
this stuff, so I
Yeah,
love
wait,
it.
on campuses, you're not debating Israel? When I go to campuses, I feel like that's like the number two topic, but that's literally, it's either
That
that's
is
usually
literally
one or
all
two.
college students realistically want to
Yeah.
talk about. And just in respect of Charlie Kirk, we're not doing it because like half the conversations are trying to tie Israel to Charlie Kirk's
Oh, I see. I
assassination.
didn't even think about
So
that.
we don't
Yeah.
want to entertain any of that
Yeah.
BS. So, but
The
to
liberals that
answer
were
your
real quick,
question,
David, the liberals that came to my
yeah,
event, and there was only three that showed up, and really one that actually wanted to debate. He was with two
yeah.
friends. We debated Tylenol. It was so stupid, and the guy was nice. I actually liked the guy, but about Tylenol and autism and is Trump lying. We were doing the "Make America Healthy Again" debate, which is fine, but it was not that great of a topic. I didn't think. But sorry, go ahead. So you're
Yeah,
not
we're
debating
there to
Israel because of
debate
the
things that
Charlie
actually
conspiracies.
impact Americans. Oh,
Yeah.
sorry, I
No, I
didn't
was
hear you.
saying you're not debating Israel because everybody's blaming it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, I get it. I get why you want to stay away from that topic because everybody wants to steer that way. Yeah.
Yeah, and personally, I have such a bias being from there that even what I consider to be objective facts are probably a bias. So it's hard for me to be, objective when I'm arguing this, just like anybody else. But to answer your question, yeah, we've had some crazy stuff happen along the tour so far, but I just want to stress this so much because I know lately we've been showing crazy videos. The majority of our conversations, the majority of our events are very peaceful, very civil. We have a lot of what I'll call disenfranchised Democrats recently, who are coming to the crowd and telling us that they can't stand to see how the progressive left of their party is celebrating the assassination of Charlie Kirk. And us being present on that campus, I think, is really important because one, it shows the conservatives who may be scared right now and more scared than they were before to express their opinions that they shouldn't be scared. But I think it does something even better for the left. When they see us at our worst, at our lowest, us still resorting to our words rather than violence, I think that truly has an impact because they see what the left does, like what their side of the aisle does in terms of the response to this or response to similar events. Yet they see us do something completely different, still be peaceful with them, still be civil with them, still want to understand their position and why we may disagree about deporting illegal immigrants, but at least we're willing to have that conversation rather than call them fascists, call them whatever it is. And I think that's been the real successful part of the tour so far.
Well, like you said, you've had more of the conversations have been positive, but then you see the people that are like, "Oh, you're rage baiting black people to hit you." That's what they said on that, on the black campus. But what happened there? Like, why did they really get, physical like that? Because I've had that at West Georgia, and it is scary. Like, even the cops are kind of shook because there's like 100 people around. Even, they're kind of like, I don't want to pull out my gun and start shooting people. So, I mean, I guess like what was this really as bad as it looks on camera, or kind of tell us the vibes how it really was, not just what we're seeing from the cell phone footage?
Unfortunately, I don't think that the camera did enough, to be
Oh.
honest. If you were there with me, you would have honestly felt like an angry mob was trying to do everything that they possibly can to hurt
Did
you,
you tell them you were
kill
Jewish?
you. I
You
don't
should have
know.
said, "I'm Jewish. This is a hate crime. You're going to go to jail for a long
Yes,
time." And they still wanted to hit you.
yes.
Wow. That's not smart on their
Yeah,
part.
yeah. I
Very
told him I'm
dumb.
an
Yeah.
immigrant, used all the cards that I can possibly
Yeah. You
play
even
on
said
them.
I'm an
But
immigrant. They wouldn't even vibe with the immigration gimmick. Oh my gosh, these people are sick. Okay, so you tried to level with them, and they still wanted to cut your head off, metaphorically.
pretty much, and I think the best part of this whole thing was that we unintentionally led a massive Black Lives Matter march that we didn't plan to do. So I think that if there's any positives from there, we should get a little payment from Black Lives Matter for that. If they have any money left from, spending it all on mentions.
Patricia Cullors,
But
she
Alex, I do
said.
want to. Oh, sorry. Go
No, I
ahead.
was saying Patricia Cullors, I think, laundered most of that money by buying four houses over $1 million each. But go ahead. What were you going to say, David?
I was going to say that we came to do the same thing that we've done everywhere. We didn't know it was an HBCU until the night before. So we got there. It was a public university. We tried to call in and get a permit. They didn't answer. We're not going to let that stop us from expressing our free speech. And just to stress this enough, like at University of Maryland 2 days ago, we didn't have a permit. The cops came and kicked us off. We packed our things and we left peacefully. We didn't have an angry mob take it upon themselves to decide to chase us off campus. So we got to Tennessee State University, set shop like always. We had a sign that said DEI should be illegal. We had two great conversations with these two young gentlemen about why we think DEI is racist. And guess what, Alex? We changed both of their minds because when we put it in the context of why we should look at you through the lens of race, which is what DEI forces institutions to do, they agreed with us. I mean, like that literally brings us back to the dark history in America that I think all of them tried to avoid, or at least we thought. But then came a group of 20 women, and I can't stress this enough, women. The men wanted us there, respectful. I don't know about all, but the majority were, and they wanted to have those conversations with us. But the group of 20 women rolled up and suddenly started to kind of like yell at us.
Act emotional. Act real emotional, right? Because they're women. Women are more emotional.
Yeah, there you go. Like, what are you doing on my campus? And get off my campus and stuff like that, right? And why are you talking about race? You have no idea what it's like to be black in America. And you name the arguments, right, that we were hearing. And at the same time, the cops came and they were like, "Hey guys, you have a permit, blah blah blah." And while we were having that discussion, I asked, we just need a verbal command. So I say, "Are we getting kicked off campus?" They said, "We don't know. We respect the First Amendment here. Let me call my supervisor." And this is all on camera. Everybody can go see it. Before he could even call his supervisor, it was another group of 20, 30 people now. It wasn't just women that showed up. And they really started to, take things to another level. They started to steal our signs. They started to yell at us. When another person stole our sign, we tried to go after that sign. Another person got in the face and said, "You better not do anything, like try something." And the cops had to intervene, get in the middle, establish like a safe zone for us, if you would say so. And things just would escalate more and more, and more people showed up, and they got angrier, and they would just nonstop yell at us.
It snowballed.
Yes, and then about 7 to 10 minutes in, I noticed that somebody pulled a tool on me. A screwdriver. There you go. Sorry, it popped out of my head.
Well, a screwdriver.
He raised it above his.
Oh,
he raised it above his head. Took 2 steps towards me, and that's when I took a couple steps back. I told a cop. I said, "Hey, this person just pulled a screwdriver on me." I went to my crew, Kim Higby, Andrew Bemo, Lance, and I told them, "Guys, no more figuring out if we can be on this campus. Let's get out of here." They're already making these racist threats against us. Now they're pulling tools on us. I don't want to be here when whatever happens next. But before I could even really finish, having that conversation with my boys, the cops already came back to us and told us, "We need to get you guys off campus immediately for your own safety. Show me where your car is." Show them where the car is. Within 20 seconds, they made it an exit plan for us. And everybody can see what happened as we were exiting. We were literally leading an 150 to 200 person Black Lives Matter march, better than BLM could put on.
It was pretty good. It was a pretty good march. Now, speaking of Black Lives Matter and going to jail, do you realize that you and Cam are now accessory to, what is this, burglary? Because apparently, SOT number 3, you guys helped a man steal a bike. Is that what they're saying on the internet, David? Can we play this SOT? What is a SOT, this stolen bike SOT? SOT number 3. Okay, so let's see what SOT just clip.
I don't have any cash. I'm trying to sell your bike?
Try to get on the train.
I don't have any cash, but if you have like PayPal or Venmo, I'll give it to you for free. Sure.
Oh my gosh, look, y'all are being so nice. You're going online to book him a ticket.
235?
Yeah.
Okay. You want to bring your bike?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, look at Cam being so
It's all right,
nice.
man. I got
Put the
you. You're good.
receipt.
Phone number?
Did y'all get him a first class
Oh,
ticket,
so
or
you have
is a ticket $100?
I don't know. I wasn't
You weren't there.
This
Okay,
was
yeah, you weren't
happening.
even
This
there.
is the
I thought you might have
right
been
here.
there, but okay,
They
well,
should
we
be,
can
so if you
tease
take this
Cam a
to the
little bit.
desk,
Hold on, let's
they
see.
should be able, and you tell them your name.
I
So you're
showed
not
it
in
like
legal
30
You tell them
trouble,
all
so
that
you're
stuff.
not
They
going
should
to
be able to
jail.
print you off a ticket. Okay, man. Have a safe trip. You can take your bike with you. What's that? Yeah, you can take the bike. Yeah, you can take the bike. Have a good one, man. Be safe.
Dude, that's funny, though, that Cam is kind of getting canceled. They're saying that he's accessory to burglary because that guy definitely stole that bike, but I don't know if he really stole it. But what do you think happened there? And you weren't there, so you're safe. You're not going to jail. But Cam, I think he's toast, right?
Yeah, I'll let Cam speak on that. I wasn't there for that, so I kind of only saw that on the clip. Everybody's innocent until proven guilty. So if anybody wants to bring up any charges against my partner, Cam, feel free to do so. If you assume that he stole the bike simply because he's selling it for $10, that's a fair enough analysis. If it's anything more than that, then that's a little sketch. But hey, everybody is entitled to their own opinion, but I'll let Kim speak on why he did that and
Well,
whether
Cam was
he
trying to
is,
be nice. Cam was trying to be nice, but there is a saying, no good deed goes unpunished. Like I said, whenever you try to do something nice like that, when really that guy didn't deserve, if you do nice to somebody that deserves it, that's not really a big deal. But like when you go out of your way to be nice to somebody that wouldn't be nice to you, like that guy in that situation, it always backfires. Like Cam doing the right thing, then he gets crushed online. Everyone's like, he stole that bike, when obviously Cam wasn't, trying to help him steal it. So it's funny how the internet works like that. Okay, now, before you go, we only got you for a couple more minutes. How can people support this thing? It's self-funded. Now, I know Netanyahu's paying influencers $7,000 per tweet. Is he paying y'all $7,000 per debate? What's the deal with that?
I would love APAC or whoever it is, instead of giving money to politicians, just send them over here. It's overdue. I don't know. I haven't gotten a single penny from Israel. I think that if anybody, I should be getting paid because I'm from there. And look at me, I'm fighting Jacob here for free. So
I know.
I don't know who they're paying $7,000
They're giving an old
per post.
Xavier De Rousseau, a gay black man, and not a nice actual Israeli like yourself that's even putting in the work and facing these demons in person. So
look at that. I always wear my chain and everything, BB. So come on, send me the check already. The Fearless Tour would love to be sponsored by Israel because we get that in our comments nonstop. So it would be nice to say, hey, you guys are right. We do get paid by Israel, but no, we're fully grassroots donations. Kim, Andrew, and Lance and I got on the phone 3 weeks ago, 2.5 weeks ago, and pretty much said, hey, let's start this tour on Monday. That was Sunday. Monday, they flew into Atlanta, Georgia, where I live, and we've been on the road ever since then. We're fully self-funded through our donations. So if anybody wants to chip in and help the tour keep going, givesandgo.com/fearlessdebates, I believe it is. You'll find us.
I met the CEO.
Send us $5, $10.
I met the CEO of Give Sin Go. Great guy. That's actually a really good company. Way better than that GoFundMe bullcrap. So everybody should go. Everybody should go donate. So self-funded, you guys. What? And then before you go, how many colleges? The semester ends. In the middle of December. How many are you guys trying to do before the semester ends, roughly?
We don't know, but we're just going to keep going until there's no more money in the bank. So whenever we can't pay for hotels anymore, or Israel can't supply the hotels because of the inability to control all America, that's when we'll stop.
All right. Well, BB, send us some money. I'll join the tour if Netanyahu will sponsor it. You know what I mean?